This one is a great gift too. How about the most delicious, decadent, creamy chocolate ever that tastes incredible, but actually reduces your cholesterol naturally. You heard me right. It is the famous ChocoNuvo. 'Tis the season to get it into your home, to gift it to others. We've made it easier than ever to order. Now, all you do, you choose the quantity that you would like, and then you choose your flavor, and that is it. And in terms of quantity, this is an incredible monthly special. We have everything from 10. They're individually wrapped, so great for snacking. You can do 10, 30, 60, 120, or go big to tide you over for the next year, 180 pieces. In terms of the flavors, you can choose the percentage of cacao that you would like. So that we have everywhere from 66%, which I would say is the closest to dark chocolate with zero bitterness. You have to read reviews on this. Or milk chocolate, excuse me. 74% cacao, we have the 91%, and that is the one that I meant to say is closest to dark chocolate. But then we also have the cafe, which is a delicious coffee crunch. So many options, Andrew, many flavors. It's just downright delicious, and it's a great decision for lowering cholesterol as well. ChocoNuvo.
Well, when you talk about chocolate, most folks would conclude that because I'm making the chocolate, it's going to be healthy, but it's going to be a little bit of a compromise, a little bit of a sacrifice versus normal chocolate. Mm-hmm. But with all due respect, that person would be wrong. That we start with the world's best dark chocolate. And the only problem that dark chocolate can have, dark chocolate is clearly the healthiest chocolate we could ever consume in terms of the protective compounds. And chocolate is perhaps the richest source of protective compounds in the human diet. So it really has wonderful, special, healthy properties. But again, in America, we look at dark chocolate, it's a little dry, it's not very creamy, it's kind of bitter. That's how I always felt about dark chocolate. But our dark chocolate, we were able to give it the texture of milk chocolate. You would swear it has all the richness of dark chocolate, but at the same time, it has all the creaminess of milk chocolate, but it doesn't have milk fat in it. What it has in it is an ingredient that chemically, biochemically, behaves exactly like milk fat in your mouth. But on the other hand, it behaves exactly like, how would I say, it looks a bit like cholesterol in your digestive system. So it fools your digestive system, and it blocks the absorption of cholesterol. It blocks the reabsorption of bile salts, blocks the reabsorption of cholesterol. So it's a scientifically, absolutely, unequivocally mechanism that makes it heart healthy. It's the reason why we're able to talk about lowering cholesterol. That sounds like we're making a drug claim. But the exception is carved out for this ingredient. But we were the first to discover that when you add this ingredient correctly to dark chocolate, and the way we do so, it makes dark chocolate the most delicious, rich, not bitter, creamy chocolate in the world. Yes. And that's why, I mean, a lot of folks will not believe me. They'll believe it's healthy. They won't believe the taste. This would be the nicest gift you give any chocolate lover. And you read the reviews, and there are hundreds and hundreds of reviews from folks saying that I'm the most skeptical chocolate lover in the world.
Oh, yes.
I couldn't believe there could be a dark chocolate that could possibly satisfy my tastes. And over and over and over, you see in the reviews how unique, how different, and absolutely that this is the best tasting dark chocolate, the best tasting chocolate of any kind. And the 91 is virtually pure dark chocolate. Normally that would be horribly dry and bitter. Ours is not. The 74 is dark chocolate. It's creamy like milk chocolate. The 66, as you said, Michelle, it really is like milk chocolate, but with the health benefits of dark chocolate because it's 66% cacao. So the higher the percentage, the more pure it is. It's really a standardized extract of the cacao bean, which is incredibly healthy and protective, also delicious. And if anyone's worried about sugar, the levels of sugar in my ChocoNuvo, if you looked at the same amount of calories, say 25 calories, you'd find more sugar in 25 calories of celery or cucumber or tomatoes or cauliflower. They contain more sugar per 25 calories than my ChocoNuvo. So
when you put it that way,
really,
I mean, wow, the perspective
it's crazy.
changes.
It
Yes.
really is the perfect chocolate,
Yeah.
and instead of costing a few dollars a square, in the large size, I think it's about 50 cents a square.
Yes.
So it's also incredibly affordable. I recommend just having a square after a meal. You could always have two, so low in calories, but having a square after a meal, it's rich in protective compounds, probably the most protective compounds in that meal. It also will lower your total and LDL cholesterol. It's just an amazing way to enjoy something and to enjoy your great health at the same time.
And think about if this holiday season, every time you have a treat, at least for me, there's always that nagging little bit of guilt in your head, like, ooh, I'm being naughty, I really shouldn't do this. Think how nice it would be, and this is why I love ChocoNuvo so much, to grab one of these and think, this is delicious, and at the same time, I'm doing something great for my body. I'm helping to lower cholesterol. It's perfectly portioned. Like Andrew said, one or two of these, and it really satisfies that sweet craving that you may have after a meal or in the middle of the afternoon. I mean, so many people will say they love to keep these in their desk drawer, in the purse, at home, in a little bowl to serve to people. I mean, it really is convenient, and today is a fantastic day to pick it up because it is part of our monthly special here. So you have plenty of options, even if you just wanted to try it out. We have a 10 serving, but I'm telling you, once you have that first bite, you're gonna wish you got the 180 serving because that is the largest that we offer at the best value. I mean, you're saving $70 if you're picking it up with us today on this one. And just a reminder, you can choose, once you've picked what quantity you want, the flavor. And it starts at the 66% cacao. We go up to 74%, 91%, and then we also have the cafe version. Don't miss out on that one. That's my personal favorite, Andrew. It's like a little crunchy coffee break with that extremely creamy and delicious chocolate. So love that one for sure. Worth mentioning too, we don't have full presentations on these, Andrew, but we have to let people know about the winter specials that you are doing.